Hello everybody, welcome back. Jeff again, Mindcrack server. After getting the brewing station set up and looking pretty good yesterday, I noticed I was running out of supplies, including iron, including redstone, and I need to get over to my cave system again. And I thought I had an entrance over here where I left off. It could be that one right there. I thought it was somewhere over near the Guardian Temple, a little bit closer. But I could be wrong on that. Oh, I can go through the Guardian Temple, actually. Because right underneath it was definitely something. That's going to be dangerous, though, to get over to. So I might not want to do that. Let me take a peek. How close can I get before these guys start to like spawn and cause craziness? Because directly down here, I know directly underneath there was definitely something. There's some light right down there. Oh, that's from coming out from the temple itself. I want to get over there without dying. I think I will die. I think I will die. Let's go. Let's go this way. We will go this way. And go into this tunnel, and hopefully it will lead me to somewhere good that I still have some exploration to be able to do. There's definitely pieces over there. Is that one of my tunnels way over there as well? I guess so. That's a really tall one. We'll go to this one and we'll find out what's down there. So while I'm about to get into this place and try to explore and get some more resource gathering, I'll tell you, I got a haircut today at a local barbershop that I go to. Now, I guess it's a barbershop that's been very much in like movies and things like that. I didn't know this until today because they were talking about one of the very famous black comedians. I'm not sure who he is, but they were talking about him. They just didn't say his name. But I guess he did like a reality show that was partially based on... The hell? Let's go down here. That was partially based in this barbershop, which is kind of crazy. Silk Touch, we're going to put you as the second one. There we go. And, ooh. That explains that one a little bit more. And there goes that lava pile. And very, very famous, mainly black barbershop is what this place is. But I go there because, for one, it's cheap. The people are all really nice. And besides... one barber in particular that it's really funny. I don't know if she's just not good at what she does or what, but I've had a couple haircuts from her when I was there, and I was not impressed at all. Like one of them, I usually ask for, give me a 2 on the sides. Whoa, I almost just jumped right into there. Give me a 2 on the sides and a little bit longer than that on the top so I can like brush it forward. Most people do that fine, whether you're, typically doing, black people's hair or, white people's hair or what. And yes, there's a major difference. This is not being racist at all. Like, black people have, in general, I would say, especially the people who go there, they have a much more intriguing hairstyle, and they want different types of cuts. Like their hair is a lot more difficult to. Sorry about that, folks. Hang on 1 second. Something just finished in the background. All right, everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. Either way, it's whoa. Oh, that's the lava that just went away. That was crazy. Either way, people have different hairstyles. They have different haircuts. It's different to work with black people's hair than it is to work with white people's hair. And I'm not a stylist. I'm just saying this knowing people who are stylists, and they tell me the same thing. So I have a pretty basic haircut for, what I do. 2 on the sides, a little bit longer than that on the top. It's really not a difficult haircut. And it's funny because I have gotten the same type of haircut for quite a while. And the guy who used to live at the house that I'm in now is a good friend of mine. He would say the same thing, that he goes up to that barbershop as well, and he got a similar hairstyle, not quite the same, but another one that's really basic, and he always had really good luck at this place, except with the same woman that I'm describing. I don't know what it is, but she can't seem to do the hair right And it's okay if you don't do it right the first time. The nice thing about my hair is if you screw it up, where did you come from? Oh, is there a whole upper area? Oh, there is. If you screw up my hair, it's really not that big of a deal. I can shave it all off and it'll grow back in like a week, like enough that you won't even notice like that I had shaved it all off. My hair grows pretty fast, so it's not a big deal. And I've had this woman, she's done my hair a couple times, and one time it was so weird because I asked for the 2 on the sides and a little bit longer than that on the top. And I had gone a long time without a haircut as well as I had done today as well. So she does the 2 on the sides, and on the floor there's just like piles of hair because I had so much. And she like literally barely glanced at the top. She like touched it maybe once with like the clippers, and she for some reason refuses to like use scissors. She always just uses clippers. Which is not too big of a deal to me as long as you do it right. That's one of the reasons the old roommate, he didn't like going to her particularly because he really likes. Okay, this is too dangerous for me just to get coal. He really likes to have the scissors done on the top. He thinks it's a better cut, and it doesn't really bother me too much when you don't use them. But she did my hair and she barely touched the top of it once, and she was like, "Oh, is this, enough?" And I was like, "No, just a little bit more off the top, it still is way too long and wild." And she was like, "Okay," and pretty much just took a 2 and went straight to my hair. So she made it all the rest of every piece of my hair was the exact same length, and it was like significantly different. And she's like, "How's that?" I looked at it and I was like, there's a step in between the 2, stages that we were just talking about, but whatever, like it's done. I can deal with this. No big deal. So I went back there today, and I had this one of the guys who's cut my hair a few times, and he was cutting it, and he actually took a significant amount of time. He took like 25 minutes to cut my hair, which is not like normal. My hair is, 10 minutes in and out, you can be done with, my hair because it's really not that complicated to deal with. But he was taking his time and doing it right. And at the end, he gives me the mirror, and he shows me, my hair and all, and I can't see every little inch of the back of the head, and I was like, "Hey, yeah, it looks fine." And he goes, "Okay, man," he's like, "before you leave," he's like, "I gotta be honest with you." And I was like, "Oh god, like what's going on?" He goes, "The clippers got away from me on one spot here on the back." He's like, "Your haircut is free." He's like, "I'm really sorry," and he like pointed it out and held the mirror in such a way that I could see it, and he was like, "I'm not charging you for the haircut. I'm really sorry, I screwed that up." And I felt it, and I looked at it, and yeah, you could tell, yeah, he messed it up like a little bit, no big deal. And I was like, "Dude, don't worry about it. You can still charge me for this haircut." I said, "Shit happens." This is actually what I told him. I was like, "Shit happens. I'll still charge you for the haircut. I like you guys. I'll come back." And he was like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "Yeah, just like, dude, I appreciate your honesty." And he's like, "Yeah, man, I want to keep your business. I want you to keep coming back here. I don't want to give you a reason to think that we're like screwing you over." And I was like, "No, dude, I've been here, for a while. I plan on coming back." And that's really what it comes down to is, yeah, when you go and have somebody else do your hair, you do take the risk that they are going to screw it up. There's no question about that. You can't go in somewhere constantly expecting perfection and that nothing will ever go wrong. That is like the... Oh, I didn't even see you. You like blended in up there. You can't go in demanding perfection with everything. You want it. You hope to come out with a perfectly done haircut, sure, but you do run into a risk. And I guess it's easy for me because, like I said, I got a little bit of a bald spot in the back of my head right now. Whatever. And a week you won't even notice. You won't be able to tell. Hey, look, this track goes like all over the place. This place looks like it's gonna get a little bit dangerous up here, so we're gonna take it easy and be careful. And I'm no stranger to people messing things up, and I have gotten haircuts before where people have done exactly what he did, and they tried to like, you can sometimes tell, like the spot he's talking about, I could tell when he did it that it seemed like it went a little bit deeper than he wanted it to, just the way he reacted as well as just the way it felt, but I really didn't think too much of it at the time because I was just kind of waiting to look at it at the end. And I've had it before where that exact same thing happened where I could feel that something was not right, and at the end of the haircut I looked at it a lot closer and there was an obvious, like even 10 times worse bald spot than I currently have on me now, that somebody tried to specifically like hold the mirror in such a way where I wouldn't notice the bald spot in the way that it went. And that stuff kind of upsets me a little bit. You're trying to get away with something when you're supposed to be a professional. This dude, he was just straight up like, I'm going to tell you, dude, I screwed it up. And he even offered to make it free, which I didn't want to do because I'm still paying for your service. I could have easily and felt okay with saying, look, you messed up my hair, so thank you for the free, like, crappy haircut. But no, this dude was straight up trying to be good guy, let me know that he had messed up. He didn't want me to, you know, be concerned with it, not know what happened. I can't see the back of my head, not know that it was going on. He could have just let me walk out of there and not said a word, but I'm happy with that. And I think you guys should understand that too, because I work in, you know, healthcare, granted. We mess up things as well. Like, I try to put in an IV. I miss occasionally. Doesn't mean that, like, yeah, some people do get mad, and that one kind of sucks for people because, you know, you have to poke them. It hurts. Like, you're actually physically causing harm to somebody in a way, trying to do something good. And yes, sometimes, oh crap, oh god, oh god, oh god, get me out of here. There is going to be baby spiders running up here. Oh lord. How do I want to do this so that I can be safe when I go up in here? But I'm okay with that. So anybody who works in any type of industry, oh no, I was going to say in the food service industry, I've messed up people's orders multiple times. And yes, you do in the food service industry very often give things away to customers to make them happy, because some people, sometimes you really mess up and it's like the final straw on multiple mess ups and people get really mad. I understand that. I've been in that situation before as well. Sometimes you have people who just act like jerks to you, like server, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh god, get you. I need to go hide. I need to go hide in this corner and whoo, reheal. I didn't realize how low I was. Don't knock that away. And I'm a big advocate in the food service industry, especially. Like, when I worked at McDonald's, at first my bosses used to get really mad at me, and then they understood what I was doing, because when I started working there, again, the second time, I'd worked there for multiple years. I left. I came back later when I couldn't find a job, basically as a second job to earn some extra cash when I had my co-op job, and then it became my full-time job for a while. I went to my master's school originally because I just couldn't find a job in the computer industry, in the computer field in Michigan at the time. All of a sudden, their apple pies, they were losing. So I can't say losing a lot of money in apple pies. They were losing just apple pies in general. Like, they would normally sell, you know, 20 or 30 a day and waste, you know, a specific, you know, amount of pies. And all of a sudden it was like tripled when I started working there. And they were really, really mad because I was giving away pies to everybody. And it wasn't really everybody, but at the time when I came back there was one of those things where there was this crew of people who, they thought they were better than you. They thought, you know, it's like the golden rule, like they say in the movie Waiting. You don't fuck with the people who handle your food. And that's true. That is a golden rule, because if you get those assholes that are working there, they are going to make your life a living hell with what you eat and things like that. I'm not like that. I was never like that. I'm one of those people who, in those type of positions, you are the customer. You are always right, quote unquote, to your face. I might know that you're absolutely wrong, but I'm going to treat you like you're right 99% of the time. Yes, there's some percentage of the time where you do not treat the customer like they are right, because sometimes people literally just try to get away with anything that they can for free food, and you gotta seek those people out and get them out of the mix as well, because they can be just as detrimental to business as just having bad service. We have people that constantly would call, and they knew exactly how to get free food. The exact same people that would call every single day and be like, "Oh, I was up there the other day. I just got this this stuff." How many of these are there? Multiple of these spawners around here? I know Guude's got this crazy good thing going with lots of baby spider spawners. Can I find a section in this cave that has just as many and make a really kick-ass spawning area? I hope so. That would be cool. I would do that. I would make a couple episodes by trying to make a multi-spawning area. Don't you dare. Oh, god damn it. So in order to do that, then crap. Get up. So So this is at least 2. Let's see if I can find 3 or 4 like Guude has. I don't know if that'll be possible, but we're going to try. Clear these things out. There's another one of you down here. Oh, I got him without getting poisoned again. I hear a lot of the baby spiders around. There's one down there. There's a creeper in here as well. I think there's another one right up here. I think. I could be wrong. No, I think I am wrong. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave those ones alive. I don't normally leave these things alive, but I am going to leave these ones alive. So yeah, you definitely have to weed out the people who are purposefully abusing the system because, oh, we had multiple people, I was saying, that would constantly call. One person worked at a school. Oh, you still are putting these guys out there. Oh, I know somebody who worked at a school that worked with a group of people that they literally said to her, and she worked at McDonald's too, and they didn't realize that she worked there. And these people said to her, "Oh, you want to go get some lunch? Let's work on getting free lunch today." And she's like, "What do you mean work on getting free lunch?" And she's like, "Oh, watch this." And she literally called up to our McDonald's where she also worked and was like, "Yeah, I was there yesterday and I spoke to Liz." That was one of the managers at the time. And you know, Liz said that I got this food from Liz and there was like 4 double quarter pounder meals. All my fries were stale or they were cold, and okay, we'll write you in the book and give you free food. Like that's what you do to try to retain customers. And they would do this on a regular basis, and you got to know the familiar faces every single time. We had one guy who used to come in and order like $30 or $40 worth of food every single night for his family. And every single night, about half an hour after he left, he would call with a complaint to go get free food again the next day. And he would always call and say the order was wrong. He would never call and say it was cold or anything. He'd be like, "I asked for 2 of these without onions and 2 of these with extra pickles and blah, blah, blah." And he'd go on and on. It actually became a thing where we used to have to double check his order. We'd print out his receipt. We'd have him like verify it right there with us before we would give him his food, because he became such a regular at doing that. And yes, that is detrimental to your business when, you know, it's McDonald's. $30 or $40 is a big meal at McDonald's. It's a lot of money, and he would do it every single day. So there are people like that out there. But what I would do is, we had when I started back there, we had these huge wait times in the drive-thru because people just couldn't get their shit together and like work as a team. It was a really bad like time. It was a really dark day in the McDonald's era. I don't even know where you came from. You probably came from here, so I'm gonna... I don't like you guys. Try to light this up so that you're probably spawning underneath as well. I'm gonna have to go hide in this corner again so I don't get killed. Ugh, how annoying. And you can fit through there. So there, I'm hiding in the corner yet again. And what I would do when I was put in the drive-thru, if I had to go park a car, like what you do is sometimes you end up, you ever been in the drive-thru when you order like a soda? All you want is a soda. If we realize there's going to be a wait, we'll try to be really good, and depending on who you are that work there, I would do that a lot to people. I'd be like, "Oh, you got the soda? Hang on a second, I'll go grab it for you up front." At the pay window, I go grab the soda, give it to them, be like, "There you go, now you don't have to wait for the other cars to get their food." And people were like, "Oh, wow, thank you, that's great," and they would like drive away. And some people don't do that, but have you ever been sitting there behind the car, behind the window, and you sit there for like 20 minutes and you can't figure out what the hell is going on? Sometimes it's because they ran out of like the fried chicken. It takes like 6 minutes to cook a fried chicken, so now they dropped a new one with the car at the window. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to park the car, is what you call it, and you say, you know, "Can you move forward, please? There's some spaces right up there, and if you go there, because you know it'll be about 6 more minutes for your food, we'll bring it out to you." And some people get really pissed off when you park them. They're like, "Oh, you're going to park me?" No. And I've had multiple people refuse to get parked before. And I've had to like try to talk to them and be like, "Look, I'm sorry, you know, you ordered, you know, a billion things on the menu." And, you know, you don't say it like that to them, obviously, but that's what it was essentially come down to. Who is hitting me? Who is hitting me? God dang it. Who is hitting me? It's a skeleton. I see him. I see him. I just can't get out of here. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. This is an episode of me running and hiding. I feel like it's Inferno Mines with Guude. That's exactly what this feels like right now. So back in the corner, let's do this again. I'm trying to get this whole area lit up. And, you know, people refuse to park. And you explain to them, like, look, I'm sorry that your food is going to take a little bit of time, but the person behind you, their food is ready, and I don't want it to get cold, and I would hope that you would appreciate if the same thing, the roles were reversed and you were the car behind, that you would want to make sure that your food was, you know, hot as well when you got it, because the time frame that's going to take for your food's not going to change, whether you sit here at my window and make sure this other car doesn't get their hot food as well. And sometimes people are like, okay, you're right, that makes sense, and they'll move. Sometimes if it's still at people, just they'll throw their car, like, obvious, that snitch or that snotty attitude, they'll put their car in park and just look at you and be like, I'm not moving. They feel entitled that they got there first, they're getting their food first. And sometimes you can work around that, and you can make them feel really bad, and you physically walk out and walk into the drive-through line and start handing out people's food to them who are, you know, waiting. And it's kind of funny to do that sometimes and watch people's reactions to you doing that to them. Oh, get him! Don't knock me down. Oh God, thank God. There's so much lava over there, it scares me. I'm gonna try to put some of this lava out before I get destroyed by it. Okay, I'm stuck in it. The web kind of saved me, actually, which is weird. And I'm going to destroy it anyway. But I think... Okay, I'm a little bit safer in case I fall. And they really need to do something about this, like, poison. The poison is too much. It's way too... Lasts way too long and takes way too much off of your life to just make you have to go back and, like, re-heal. And it's really freaking annoying. But... So what I used to do is if I had to park a car and you could tell that they were like, because some people are like, oh yeah, no problem, I'll park like that. That's cool. Well, I'm all about other people getting there. I don't know what to do to make it so you're not going to actually spawn anywhere. And other people would be visibly upset about it. So what I would do is I'd hand them apple pies. I'd go out there and be like, look, and you don't tell them that you're doing this. You do it after the fact. You take out the food and I'd be like, hey, you know, sorry about the wait. Here's your food. By the way, I threw in some apple pies for you, you know, just for having to wait. And you make it sound to them, because sometimes I was doing it without being allowed to do it. I would just do it. That's kind of bad of me. But you make it sound to them like you're doing them a favor, like you're kind of doing it hush-hush, especially then. That makes them feel, like, awesome about it. Because I'd be like, you know, hey, don't tell anybody, but I threw some apple pies in there for you for your wait. And they'd be like, oh, and you can watch their faces change from this, like, anger to, oh, wow, she is actually trying to, like, make things better for me. Like, that's... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, get you. It's so dark. It's so dark. It's so scary. So we started wasting all these apple pies, and I started back there. And I had my manager actually ask me, like, Jeff, every time you're working, we have such low yields on the apple pies. What is going on? And I told her, and at one point they were like, can't do that anymore. And then my store manager came out to me, I remember, a few weeks later, and was like, Jeff, you know what? Like, giving away those apple pies actually, like, makes people really happy when it's something so cheap for us to be able to give them. Yeah, we can give away apple pies when people have to wait now. Like, they actually made it a thing. Like, if people have to wait and you think it's going to help them, give them some apple pies and try to make them feel better. We made it like a, you know, a store type policy between the employees, and it worked really well. And it's one of those things that you try to deal with customer service. That's what this all came down to, was customer service. And that's exactly what this guy was trying to do today that I got the haircut from, is he just wanted to offer good customer service. He knew he messed up, and his response was basically, you know, I just took all my time to cut your hair and I screwed it up, and therefore your haircut is free because I want you to come back. And when you are honest like that with me, I'm all about, like, no, man, I'm still going to pay you for your service. You have a good demeanor. You have a good way. You're trying to fix problems. You're trying to make solutions out of something that happened in a very noble way. Yeah, you still earned your money for this haircut, and I will still come back and see you again. Now, if every time I go to him, he screws up my hair, I probably would not continue to go see him and get my hair cut by him. But I've had this guy cut my hair before, and he did a fantastic job. So I'm not worried about it being a case of, you know, this is his thing. He screws up people's hair all the time. I don't think that's how it's going. But so yeah, customer service, good. Be honest with people. If you screw up, be honest with people about it. It'll make things a lot easier in the long run. And yeah, you might have that jerk who gets pissed, who goes crazy, like, I can't believe you screwed up my hair. Like Chris Farley in Saturday Night Live when they switched his... Wow, you look awesome. When they switched his regular coffee with decaf coffee. And he says, what? What? How dare you? Like, I don't know if you guys know the reference I'm speaking of, but if you do, you get it. You understand what I'm putting down there. But this episode's running a little bit long. Maybe not. I don't know. Actually, I haven't looked at the clock, but this cave, I seem to have found another spot in this cave where I can continue to dig around and find some good things. And granted, I've only found the 2 spider spawners so far. I might be able to do something with them at some point. Who knows? But for now, I'm going to back myself into a corner. That's not a corner. I'll back myself up into this corner, block myself off, and call this an episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.